Hi, I'm Pastor John, and this is A Little Sugar from the Sugar Bowl. When I was a little boy growing up, one of my favorite cartoons was Tooter Turtle. Tooter was a young turtle who always wanted to be something that he wasn't. And so, whatever he decided to be, he'd go visit his friend, Mr. Wizard the Lizard, and he'd ask Mr. Wizard to please make him whatever the cartoon adventure was. One day he was a fireman. Another cartoon, he was a highway patrolman. But no matter what the job, as the cartoon got near to the end, Tooter got himself in trouble. And he'd scream out, Mr. Wizard, help me!" And Mr. Wizard would bring him home. And the last bit of the cartoon was always the same. Tooter sitting dejectedly in his seat, and Mr. Wizard putting his hand on Tooter's shoulder, simply reminding him these words: "Be happy with what you is, not what you is not. Folks who this are the happiest lot." I thought about that a few months ago when I met my next-door neighbor. He was out for a very slow walk. I knew that he'd been dealing with cancer for a few months. So when I saw him on the street, I stopped him and asked how he was doing. He shared with me the story of how he believed he got the cancer. He'd always been a very thin person, but the last school year, teaching middle school band, had stressed him out. He'd gained 30 pounds, and he didn't know what to do. He'd never been that fat in his life, so immediately lost it as fast as he could. And he looked at me and said, "I firmly believe that's where I got the cancer. I tried to lose the weight so fast that the toxins that were stored in my fat had nowhere to go once I'd lost the fat. And so they began to spread cancer throughout my body." Well, last week, my next-door neighbor passed away. And I thought of those words, and I also thought of Tooter's words. You see, if he had just accepted the fact that he'd gotten heavy and slowly dealt with it, he might still be alive today. To you who are dealing with losing weight or quitting smoking, drugs, or alcohol, I just want to say to you, take it slow. It took a while to get where you're at. And most importantly, love yourself through it. As Mr. Wizard the Lizard would say to Tooter, be happy with what you is, not what you is not. Folks who do this are the happiest lot. So whatever you're trying to do, good luck. This is Pastor John, and that is A Little Sugar from the Sugar Bowl. Hey, I've got exciting news. Let's continue the conversation on Facebook under A Little Sugar from the Sugar Bowl.